Hey, happy Tuesday. This is Deb Pervin bringing you your weekly Tuesday tweak. And today we're going to talk about your employee handbook. I have had numerous requests for information about handbooks in the last couple of weeks. And I am certain it's because employees are starting to try to figure out what to do. Some are happy, some are not, some want raises. There's lots and lots of churn. And you really have to turn to your handbook to make sure you're following the policies and the rules you set up. If you don't have one, you need to get them because it's the only way you can hire and fire and conform your employees to the policies that you want in your company. So it doesn't take that long. It's not that hard. Here's your employees. Okay? You must have a handbook because that's going to define their behavior. You can't say, gee, I don't think you should have an affair with each other unless you have it written down. You can't fire them for that unless there is a written log that that's not acceptable. So define the terms of behavior that you will accept. So your handbook starts off with lots of great things about your company. Welcome, all about your company and its history, your core values, and what it takes to contribute to success. How can you help us be successful? All the good things, all the simple things. Then, as we get into the work environment, we get a little more meaty. So here in the work environment, you need to talk about affirmative action and diversity and harassment, discrimination. Obviously, you want to say none of that is acceptable. How to file a complaint and what to do if there's a problem. Compensation and benefits. When you have to show up for work, what time, what to wear, what to look like, what are your work schedule hours, overtime pay, bonus expectations, all of the things about compensation and benefits that apply across the board to all of your employees. Then we're going to get into employment practices like the personal code of conduct. This is how we expect you to behave. Okay? And it has to be very specific. You know, how do you use the computer? The computer is the property of the company. What are you allowed to do on the internet? What are you not allowed to do? Firewalls, internet usage, policies around cybersecurity. Are you allowed to have your email on your phone? All kinds of parts of your working environment that everyone must conform to. Dress codes even. So everything that's important to how you run your business. And then we get into performance management, which is the system upon which you use to judge the performance of your employees. And this becomes important and necessary in the development of your employees. You know, we want you to move up the ladder. These are the things, these are the skill sets you have to have. This is what you need to do in order to get this promotion. Here's what we want to see. And also what those disciplinary actions are. Finally, you've got to have something about dispute resolution. So if there's a problem, call our HR department, call our helpline, how to report harassment or any kinds of other issues. All of it needs to be spelled out so you can enforce it. So here we are, the new employee at her new job. You send the handbook to your employee or you hand it to them, whatever system you want to use, and you get a signed affidavit. You get something in writing or email that says they've read the handbook, they understand the policies, and they will follow the policies. That way, anything that they do that deviates from the policy is grounds for dismissal. It's important to be able to point to it and say, this is what you agreed to. Now, we have a lot of great employees, and they don't need to read this but once. But it helps to have it all written down. It helps to have them agree to the terms that you are employing them under. And it will give you solace when you take some trouble to your attorney and say, hey, I have this terrible employee. How do I dismiss him? and you have a written policy that describes what he has done wrong. If you have questions, comments, thoughts, I have a couple of good resources if you're looking for that, and I will see you next week.